What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
Welcome. Welcome into the Spitballers Podcast. It must be Monday because there's another Spitballers Podcast. Andy, Mike, and Jason welcome you to our experiment. Sit in what may or may not be the most...
You blew it, man!
The most defining moment of your natural life is listening to this show.
The key part of an experiment is you cannot tell people that they are involved in an experiment.
Gotta have the control.
Yeah.
Yeah, the control is now busted.
Well,
Unless that's part of the experiment.
Sometimes you perform experiments and it's really obvious when they're experiments. That's all I'm saying. And this is really obvious.
This is an experiment on just on social norms, on public decency and human behavior.
Can three dads talk into microphones for 60 minutes?
I think we're only going to make it to 45 today, guys. I'll be honest.
Not feeling the full 60.
Oh, it's a beautiful day, actually. I mean, this Monday, when that music started up, you want to know what happened to my cheeks?
They got rosy.
They
Which
went north.
ones?
They went north.
Oh, no.
Come on.
No.
We're a family show. The cheeks that are on my upper face.
Your upper?
Well, I just need to be really specific with everything.
My cheeks are on the lower face.
Yeah, the problem is the upper. Your cheeks are definitely not anywhere
They're next
above
to your
mid.
mouth, Jason. Where are your cheeks?
The middle is the highest they can possibly be.
Not after that music. That's what I'm saying. They went north.
Oh,
is that a good thing?
It's a smile, my man.
Oh, okay.
No, you could have upper cheeks on your face, but then you're probably a butt face.
Yeah.
Technically speaking.
Yeah, I mean, this is about science.
Today on the Spitballers Podcast, we have some very exciting segments that may sound a lot like that. That's a great question. Would you rather? Some favorites. We'll talk about what we learned on the show. You can find us on Twitter at SpitballersPod, where you can follow all of our lower and upper cheeks on Twitter.
The lower cheeks are not on there.
Face cheeks.
Yes, face cheeks.
The website's
Instagram if you want the lower cheeks. That's over on the IG.
No. But if you are over there, it's SpitballersPod on Instagram. SpitballersPod.com, SpitballersPod on Facebook, SpitballersPod in your pocket.
I'm going to give $10 to the first person that sends me a picture of their Spitballers Pod tattoo.
$10, huh?
10 cash. No checks.
You'll mail
no
them
worries
10
about
cash?
Bouncing.
Singles?
Yeah.
Fresh singles
You
like
want
my
it.
grandma used to give me?
Straight from the bank. Pressed iron.
That was a thing. Did you guys have that? Like my grandparents, for every single birthday, when I got money from my grandparents, it was straight from the bank, fresh, crisp dollar bills.
I have experienced that, I think, maybe once in my life.
It was kind of nice.
I mean, they are, it's nice that you now have
Straight from the mint, Andy.
You have a form of currency that is also a deadly weapon because you can just...
Oh, you didn't want to
paper
spend
cuts.
it. That's the worst part about that kind of
yeah.
money. Every time I lost a tooth, I'd get a silver dollar.
Oh,
You've ever spent those
What are you gonna do
silver
with that?
dollars?
Who takes silver dollars?
Well,
everyone takes
they all take it.
It's currency.
Do they?
Yes.
But it's like a collectible coin, so it's like I got to put it away.
So I've got a little bit of bad news for
Just
you,
like
Andy.
a tooth.
Andy, your what was this? Your grandparents? Is that who sent you
That
the
is
money?
correct.
Okay, so my great aunt Aurora.
Wow. I believe that is
Are
your
you-
great aunt's
great-
name.
Your great aunt was
Yes.
Sleeping Beauty?
Yes. Rest in peace.
Aurora.
Yes, Aurora.
That's actually my
Did she
niece's
marry a man named Mr. Borealis? Because that would have been amazing.
Oh, no.
She was obviously way superior to your grandparents every
Really?
birthday. Oh, well, yes, because she would send
Kmart gift cards.
myself and my sister very crisp $2 bills.
Oh, that's even worse than the silver dollar.
But here's the thing.
Just one of them?
No, yes, but I
made more money than that.
Every year I would get another one, and these were I was told growing up they're going to be worth so much money because $2 bills are going away. And so you'd save them, and they were in the bottom drawer. And then one day, this is a true story.
Oh, great.
Oh, the ice cream man comes around, right? And I tell my friends, because I got my allowance, I'm like, hey, this is on me.
Oh, so you were big balling on the block.
So look, the order comes in. I go to pay. I'm like, where's my allowance money?
Oh, no.
I don't have it. So I had to go to that bottom drawer, open it up, go under the clothes.
This is the saddest thing I've ever heard.
It gets way sadder.
Oh, no.
Grab the $2 bills. I take it. I pay. The ice cream man leaves. I break down crying in front of all of my friends. And I'm like, oh, what did I do? And we got him back like the next
You've
time
been
around.
making similar choices with food ever since.
Yeah. I got a sweet tooth.
Wow. That is sad.
Welcome
right.
to the Spitballers.
On that note.
That's a great question.
All right, we have some fun questions to get into today. We'll start with this one. I really enjoyed it. What are some fun, when I read it, I really enjoyed the question when I read it. What are some fun ways to answer everyday questions like, how's it going, or what do you do? So I guess this is just the everyday platitudes of humanity that come your way, right? Nobody really ever wants the answer to this question in reality.
Well, the
right?
answer is always good. It does not matter. I'm just saying in general.
Yes, the range is from good to I'm doing okay.
Yeah, sure.
And that could be you are on the precipice of the worst day of your life, and the worst answer you will give is I'm doing all right.
Yeah, and you could have just had something great happen, and usually the answer is good. I'm doing real good. So, but
these are
so
those intros are the greeting cards of human conversation. Completely worthless.
Yeah.
But here's how I handle these situations. By nature, I'm an introverted person.
You have a very angry face by nature.
By default, and small talk is the worst.
Yeah, it's not your cup of tea.
You have low face cheeks.
Your
face cheeks don't go up into the smile by default. They're low face cheeks.
I can't handle it. So I have developed some techniques
Really?
through the course of my life, and my number one go-to for the how's it going question, I grab my tennis racket, just I hit that ball right back, and they say, oh, hey Mike, how's it going? Oh, how's it going? I never ever answer the how's it going.
You treat it like it is a hello.
Yes.
Not like it is a question.
100%, because I am not answering your silly question. I'm not wasting the words. Inefficient.
I think
because you don't
and your word efficiency is unbelievable.
because you don't care.
You don't care how it's going. See,
Yes.
this is why I think the answer should always start with, wow, thank you for asking. Like, thank you for asking
and
me.
then you launch into exactly how your day is going.
Right, exactly. You got to take it up a notch. You got to be like, because if you put yourself on the other side of that, hey, Jim, how's it going? Whoa, thank you so much for asking me. Now, me, the asker, I go, I've
Whoops.
made a terrible mistake.
Yeah.
Whoops.
What have I done? Look at the watch. I gotta get going.
I think that's a pretty solid way to do it. You may eventually prune that question out of humanity by answering that way. I think it might be entertaining to come up with some ways to answer those questions that would, like that one, at least give you some joy or entertainment. I think it'd be fun to start like answering that question by defending yourself for something that they did not tell you, they don't know about.
I love it. That's a great tool in the tool belt.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
How's it going?
Oh, no, I didn't mean to. I mean, she didn't see it.
Oh,
I didn't even.
just indict yourself?
Yeah. Who are you to judge me?
Yeah, I like that one. Put them immediately on the defensive.
Or you start with a complex movie plot that they can't unravel until about halfway through the story. You tell them, "Oh man, I've really got something going on here," because I mean, I've been on the run. And I think that there's a map on the back of the Declaration of Independence that I've been trying to get to.
What if you just looked them in the eye and they say, hey, how's it going? Why?
Well, you want people to be sad around you.
No,
Yeah,
I just stop talking to me.
People do these things because they want to be kind to you. They want
So
to
give me a hello.
They want to acknowledge your presence. They want to know how you're doing. They just want, hey Mike. Hey Mike, how you doing?
Here's another tool for the tool.
What do you
bag,
do?
right?
How are you doing?
What do you do?
Oh, well,
What do you do for a living?
Look, at the end of this,
Oh, don't even get me started on the what do you do now? Since I have become a podcaster, this is the ultimate nightmare. Is someone who I'm not really. I know this conversation is not going anywhere, but then they say, "Oh, well, what do you do?" You go, "Ah, crap."
So let's do a little role play here.
All right.
I'm going to give you hypothetical person asking the what would you do question. You guys answer it for me. Or what do you do question. Let's say it's from your mother. Your mother said, what do you do?
Oh, for the mom, I'll break it
You're
down.
getting into the details?
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm a podcaster, which means I create audio programs similar to the old-time radio, except you can listen whenever you want.
All right. Great Aunt Aurora has come knocking,
Yes.
Jason. She wants to know what you do.
Well, I like to wake up, have breakfast. I try to get in 3 meals a day.
What?
Well, this
is what you do?
Because that is what I do. Why is my occupation who I am?
Oh,
How dare you, Aunt Aurora, put me in that box?
he's soapboxing.
Shame on you, Aunt
Okay,
Aurora.
So
Go back to Anaheim.
So if a grandmother or grandpa asks me what I do, I just say
Radio.
The answer's radio. Yeah.
I do a radio show.
Yeah, anybody over the age of 45, it's radio.
Oh, that's pretty young.
Yeah, is it?
Well, it
I feel
feels
like-
that way now.
Yeah, no,
That's why I didn't say 40. I would have said 45 years ago.
Yeah, so as we get older, the age just keeps growing. What if you just answered, "How's it going?" with like a real answer? What if you just actually thought
It's
for a
too
second?
much work.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yes,
because you're opening a
exactly.
Pandora's box of, I don't want your actual advice on my life situation, stranger in the elevator. When you say, how's it going? And I go, boy, it's tough. My kid is sick, and my wife and I have been fighting this week. And then what? You're going to get advice from stranger in the elevator?
I just realized something. This is a first for the Spitballers podcast. This is the first time in the history of the Spitballers podcast that we have actually given a legitimate like I learned something right now, which is your answer, Mike. The next time someone says, "How's it going?" I am ping-ponging that thing right back.
Yeah.
It's foolproof.
It's actually a legit. We just learned something
This-
legitimate for the first time.
This
How's it
show
going?
is a-
How's it going with you?
This show is a subversive,
It works.
strategic cure to humanity. I just want people to understand that we're figuring out these problems, and then we're shifting to another great question right now. What is the most embarrassing thing
Oh, my goodness.
that you have ever worn?
So many options.
Which,
No,
I'll start.
Mine is,
Spectacular.
yeah.
My most embarrassing thing is, here's the thing about grade school. Once you come to school in the morning, you got to stick.
You're committed.
You're there until you get picked up.
Uh-oh.
So you make a mistake in the beginning, you carrying that weight of shame, embarrassment, anxiety, trying to hide yourself for the remainder of that day. There are 2 specific instances that I remember as a child. One was the generalized choice to wear biker shorts once.
wait.
What, to school?
To
Just-
school.
What
Now,
did you have over the biker?
Nothing.
What?
I chose to,
Length.
not long enough. I chose to wear biker shorts because I rode my bike to school one day and thought that that's what I needed to wear as a biker. And then I had to endure the rest of the day embarrassed. And I was a little man. I was a wee little man.
I was just going to paint the picture.
With long,
I knew-
skinny legs.
I knew you in school, and you were saying you were a wee little man sounds like everyone that out there thinks when I was in school,
Are we
I was a
talking
little
like Zacchaeus?
I was a little smaller than others.
I was teeny tiny, itty bitty.
You were an itty bitty tiny. You probably weighed, when you got to high school, which was when I met you, you probably weighed 38 pounds.
Sure. But the real story was this. In school, you're filled with jealousy over kids can afford the new Jordans. Kids get the newest Adidas. The 3-stripe Adidas were hot when I was in grade school. But we didn't ever buy any of that stuff. Our objective in my family was, can I find some knockoff imitation version of the Stussy T-shirt or
Stussy. That was the knockoff.
Sorry, Stussy. Yes.
You had Stussy brand.
Man.
Montissimo. No, but listen.
And yes, fear.
Yes, fear.
It wasn't Guess jeans.
No,
Just answer.
It was guest. It was
guest jeans.
guest jeans.
So the one that I remember is for some reason in grade school, jean jackets.
Denim jackets.
Were in
Heck
denim
yeah.
jackets, and everybody had them. Well, I bought an imitation jean jacket. I convinced my mom to buy it for me. When I say imitation, I just mean cheap. Take a jean jacket and then bring it to a county fair, and then fill it with cotton candy. Because
Why is there cotton candy
like
in
it
your
was
jacket?
the most
puffy?
it was
Oh, it
the
was a puffy.
puffiest,
Okay.
inflated. I was
So cool.
so puffy. This thing was humongous. And you know how small I was, itty bitty baby.
Yeah.
It was 3 times the size of me, and I wore this thing, and I knew right away I had made a horrible mistake.
See, the problem with my most embarrassing thing that I've ever worn is that it was like 5 years ago. This is like I don't have the right to be like, I just didn't know better. And here's maybe compounding it. I spent $300
What?
on it.
What?
Yeah, and
Did you wear an automobile?
since that time, I am not allowed to go shopping for anything that I wear without my wife. This is it's a rule. And it's a rule mostly imposed by myself because I thought I was getting something really cool. And then I got it. I wore it and I went, what a loser. I look so dumb. I walked in the house and my wife immediately started laughing at me.
Oh no, that's so. You gotta have felt so bad.
I got a new pair of glasses. I wear glasses, prescription lenses. They were smaller. They weren't really big. They were kind of like top to bottom. They were, I don't know, less than an inch.
So
They were
like a thin rectangle.
Yeah, a thin rectangle.
Okay.
Like the librarian's
But
glasses?
I paid the upcharge. I paid extra to make sure that they were transition lenses. Oh, if I go in the sun, these are going to be sunglasses now. I don't know if you've ever seen tiny sunglasses on someone, but they're ridiculous. And you can't, and the thing is once you've done it, it like never fully goes away. So I'm inside with these kind
takes
of
forever
dark-
to transition?
they're in the they went straight to the garbage and I had to buy new glasses.
I remember you wearing them. For a
Oh, they
while.
were so bad.
I remember, and it was one of the Ray Charles.
Yeah, it just
Ray Charles.
it made no sense. All right,
Mike, you
what
have a
got?
story.
All right, so I gotta set it up. It's I don't know why I purchased this particular shirt. I will call it. I was at some kind of they have these army surplus stores. Again, I don't know why this exists, but it was a completely mesh shirt.
Like see through
Yes.
the mesh.
Yes, mesh. I mean, but it had a camo design on it. If you're far enough away, you can see this.
Okay.
And I'm on some kind of trip, and I'm like, oh, maybe this could be cool. And so I buy it. It's not cool. I never ever wear it until.
Oh, no.
So this fits in perfectly with you. You can get a good grasp of my personality from the way I answered this first question. I turn 18. That's the age that there is a club that you can go to, and the dancey dance kind of a club. And some of my friends are club type of guys. They're cool, and I'm like, I don't even know what to wear. So we go into my closet, and one of my friends finds this
Awesome
mesh,
shirt.
this mesh, and there's nothing left to the imagination once you wear this. Once you are wearing this,
Your
You're out there.
pepperoni's out.
Yeah, everything is out, but I'm too embarrassed. Like somehow I'm gonna wear this in a club, but I'm too embarrassed to leave my own home wearing it. So I put on this. I have a button-up shirt, right over it, and I have on these black cargo pants, which are 5 sizes too large because I was part of the ultra baggy pants club. So I have a button-up shirt, which the pattern on it is definitely the pattern of a a lunch. You're going on a picnic and your blankets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Checkered. The checkered.
It's that red plaidish checkered thing. I get to the club and I don't have the courage to go full mesh. Instead,
so you open this thing up in the middle?
I'm unbuttoned so that it's just on the top and my super baggy cargo shorts. So did
you pick up a lot of chicks that night?
No.
Surprising.
Surprisingly, no one wanted to dance with me. But you know who wanted to dance with me? They were filming a local cable access, like an MTV Grind style television.
Oh, get down.
So this camera's going around, and you're in the line, and then it's your big shot to do your dance moves. So I'm in a red picnic blanket, open button shirt with just middle of chest and tummy through this mesh shirt. And then I have no dance moves. So then I start to do the robot when it is my turn. So there is a clip of me.
Oh, there's a clip?
It's somewhere. I'm sure in the world of the internet it exists. But I am doing the robot in a camo mesh shirt with the picnic cover of it.
Wait. Easier way to get $10 if you're listening. Instead of the tattoo, find this clip of Mike Wright dancing in the club. What club was this?
The club was called The Buzz.
You darn right it was.
Goodness gracious.
Oh,
wow.
$10 cash.
Wow.
I wonder if my friend may have this on VHS somewhere. I'll do some inspecting.
You're going to regret inspecting that.
Would you rather?
Would you rather have all the traffic lights you approach be green or never have to stand in line ever again? Tough debate. Tough decision, real life choice here.
I feel like I want to make this question a little bit more difficult.
You think it's easy?
And
you think it's simple?
Well, I do, but I want to add a caveat to number one. Would you rather all traffic lights you approach be green, or you never stand in line again, but every light you come to has just turned red?
Oh, come on. That's a nightmare.
But you never stand in line again.
Oh. See, look, for
zipping around with all green lights would be nice.
Correct.
But if you're zipping around with all green lights to long lines,
if you get there way faster just to wait.
I always
forever.
love that on the road when some guy comes screaming by me and we're both at the same red light.
And then you get to the
Moments
next
later.
light.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
You know,
they're timed up, man. They're timed up.
Man, it does make it a lot more difficult because for me it was.
I would easily choose the green light one then. Or are you saying that if you choose the green light and you end up standing in line? Yeah, that's the easy choice.
See, and I was going to choose, and I still think I am going to never stand in line again because
what I wanted to make it harder.
Yeah,
to never stand in line again.
When I come up to a red light, I've got podcasts in my ears. I've got a car. I'm in
you
an
got
air
your phone out.
Yeah, things are
You're selfieing.
good. Right. I'm typing. I'm vlogging. I'm blogging. You know,
snapping.
Doing very little
Insta.
driving.
What about jogging? Are you doing the sit
Yeah, he's
jog?
getting in shape.
Yeah, I feel like I'm running at an incredible rate. But standing in lines suck, and I love going to Disney. Could you imagine going to Disneyland?
That's the only place that you can make the argument because lines don't even exist anymore. You buy everything online.
The bank?
Who goes to the bank?
Go to Costco.
I have been to the bank.
Oh, Costco.
What?
That's a huge upgrade.
Yeah, if I can get in and out of Costco,
You don't
like
even
a magician.
need to go in the line at Costco.
What do you mean?
Wait. Well, hold on. Hold on.
This is ridiculous.
Are you about to change my life?
Yes. I've told you guys this. If you go to Sam's Club,
Hold
on.
I go to the real one.
Yeah,
I go to
thanks,
Costco.
Mike.
whether it's Sam's Club or like a grocery store, all I have to do,
I'm not here in Costco.
I pull my phone out, I scan all the things, I walk out the door. That's all I do. No lines.
At Costco?
No, at Sam's Club.
Yeah.
Wait, at Sam's
that's-
Club. And then how do you get the product? Sam's Club ships it to you, you're saying?
No. You just put it in your cart and you pays on your phone.
Wait.
I'm not joking.
Wait.
You don't know this? I told you this. I walk into Sam's Club. It's packed out on a Saturday. Completely jammed. People everywhere. Every time I put an item in my cart, I scan it. I hold it up to the person walking out the door. They scan it and it's done.
But then do they take a real permanent marker and check on your phone?
No.
Yep,
no.
I verified.
I'm going with the green lights. I want to be zipping around. I don't want any red lights ever again.
I'm gonna stick to
I
freeway
can
driving.
take surface streets.
So you're telling me
You don't even believe this.
I could go to Sam's Club
Yes.
and you are using just like a barcode scanner?
You just use a barcode scanner on your phone and you click the pay button and then you walk out the door.
Get out of here.
It's great. I do it all the time. I've been telling you guys.
I was going to mock you for being the old person that goes to Sam's Club instead of Costco.
Why is Costco the new hot? They're the same place.
But, man, that sounds pretty cool.
It's wonderful.
Look, Costco is on notice right now.
Costco, you listening up? Get your tech.
Get your tech up.
Because my membership is up for
Switching
renewal.
up.
And I'm about to jump on the Sam's Club train.
Awesome.
Wow.
That
It's
is
awesome.
amazing.
All right. I gotta go.
Sam's Club.
I gotta go to Sam's Club immediately.
Would you rather have chapped lips that never heal, which sounds terrible, or a terrible dandruff problem that can never be treated? And when I say terrible, this
It's
is
gotta be
terrible.
terrible.
You
Because
got
chapped lips that never heal is terrible. In both cases, you have an extreme case of it. Let's put it that way. You've got hats. Hats are not an option because it's going to knock that stuff all over the place.
Well, and for Jason, black shirts are out.
Oh, black shirts are way out.
If you have terrible dandruff, you cannot
Yeah.
wear a black shirt.
So
'cause
you're gaining 10 pounds just with that.
unless you live in a very snowy
Snowy place.
climate. Is that snow? Yep.
That's where you move
Yeah.
immediately. Siberia. You
Yeah,
go
I-
you hide like a leper in Siberia.
I think I would rather go to like Denver. I mean, I don't think I want
But
to
it's
go.
not snowy enough.
It's not snowing all
I
the
will
time.
be the opposite of a snowbird. Some
You'll
people live
find
in
multiple-
Denver in the summer, and then they go to Arizona in the winter. I'm gonna reverse. I'm gonna go to Denver in the winter, and then Siberia
Dandruff's
in the
uncomfortable
summer.
too. You probably have a little itchy scalp
Yeah.
going on.
Look, here's a little thing that you might not know about me. I hate, nay, abhor lipstick, chapstick, the feeling of anything on your lips. I can't do it. I can't kiss
Just
my
you
wife.
talking about it, I got to put some chapstick
I
on.
can't kiss my wife if she's worn lip gloss.
What?
Yeah, no, I can't do it.
Suffocates those beautiful reds.
Yeah, and so the idea of having chapped lips to me, I feel like you'd have to have stock in chapstick,
Oh, you'd be chapsticking it up, and it would never heal though.
and I
So
can't.
this
I can't
is
do
all
that.
chaps. This is not specific to Carmex, which
No.
is absolutely awful and disgusting.
Do you remember
it
the
doesn't
old
matter.
grade school rumors about Carmex?
No.
No.
It always circled around our school that Carmex puts micro pieces of glass inside of their
To keep 'em
containers
cut?
to keep them nice and chapped.
Ah.
That was the I believe Chapstick brand put that one out.
They do put the world's worst possible
Smell?
smell.
I believe that's just called Vaseline.
Yeah, it
That's
pretty
just
much
like,
is.
I open that up and I'm going, what? This is just Vaseline. It's
It
just
smells-
in a different container.
It's like I put the scent of a hospital on my face. It's very uncomfortable.
Not a good smell. So, Mike, chapped lips, terrible dandruff. That's a tough choice.
Now-
both are bad.
Yeah, but for the chapped lips, I can put chapstick on.
Spicy food's going to be an issue.
Yeah, and if you're all cracked,
Yeah.
No,
cracked
to make
open,
this one, look, this is
gotta go dandruff.
This is mild chapped lips.
Oh,
Okay, your lips aren't destroyed.
Oh, I'm going to choose the chapped lips then. Dandruff would be bad.
Yeah, I can live with chapstick. I mean, you're insane over here with your no chapstick
Oh.
policy. It's like a luxurious spa day
I am
for my
going-
lips every time I put it on.
But
Here's
why,
what-
they don't ever heal the problem, though. My wife is addicted to chapstick.
well, that yes.
We literally
Because
have-
they dry your
Do you know
lips
what I
out.
just installed? On her side table, I installed one of those Amazon dash buttons for Burt's Bees.
Wow.
When she runs out of chapstick, she can push the button and more chapstick will show up at our house. That's how addicted to chapstick she is.
that's a
now
real
can
problem.
she make it through an entire stick without losing it?
Well,
Nobody can do that.
Probably
Because
not.
that's one of my claim to fames is I am on a hot streak.
You haven't lost a...
I'm in the double digits for chapstick of fully utilizing an entire stick.
You
That
guys
is
are
not a
crazy.
hot streak I would be proud of. Speaking of which, would you rather be the absolute best at something like that that no one takes seriously like that, or be well above average but not anywhere near the best at something well respected. So you could be the world's greatest turkey baster. You could be the world's most spectacular
Hula hooper.
I've seen these people who I don't even know what it is. They take this like rubber rope and they stretch it across like an empty chasm, and they do these crazy jumps and bounces.
Slack.
On
It's slack wire, slack rope.
Yeah, something like, and they're like this is what they do for a living. It has to be, because they're so good at jumping on this little rubber line. And it's like, how did you get good at this? Where did you practice this skill?
You can blanket
World
statement.
famous mustache braider,
Or
which will get you on late night TV.
or I know how to play the piano poorly.
No,
above average.
Above average.
Oh, above average.
Yeah. But
Well.
and playing the piano, that would be a well-respected skill. You know, it takes time, but you're a well-respected, above-average violinist.
I feel like there are ways to work this system, or if you're an above average athlete. I'm an above average baseball player. I'm playing professional baseball. If you're above average, right?
No.
What?
If you're not anywhere near
Above
the best at something, no.
You think above average goes to the professional?
I'm not talking about the MLB. I'm talking about
That's professional baseball.
well, no, but like AAA and AA is still considered professional baseball as well.
Yeah, you got to get drafted by a league, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how stupid baseball works. Look, I like being.
You like being the best.
I like being the best. I like, Andy. We were at the trainer this morning. He was talking some nonsense about how he'd rather play a tough game and lose by one.
I'm a very competitive person, but I'm addicted to the competition. I'd rather lose a game by 1 than win by 50 if it means that I'm not going to have any competition.
Yeah, and see, I'd rather win by 50 than win by 1. I mean, I just want to blow people out of the water. So I'm going to take every ridiculous skill that you think doesn't matter,
And
I'm going to woo you. I'm going to woo you with it. I mean, I'm going to impress
being
you.
the best.
Sometimes when I watch people do things that are like there's a lady who can juggle a table with her feet. And it's amazing.
and you wish you could be the best in the world at it.
I would be the best. And I would say, you do it.
And the humblest.
No.
But yeah, you could maybe hit the halftime circuit at NBA basketball games.
yeah.
You can maybe do that
Juggling tables on your feet.
because it's all
Where I
circus.
where I saw her, Mike? Television.
Ooh.
She's famous.
Any other thoughts? Want to weigh in? Moving on.
No, moving on.
Our favorite things.
All right. What's your favorite weird food combination, gentlemen? This is one I haven't thought of before. I don't know if I have one that's like out of this world crazy.
I have one, and
Mike should have a lot of these.
I have, because he's got
The worst.
taste.
And food takes and thoughts.
But I think
Well-
mine's going to take the cake. You go, Mike.
all right.
Is
So
yours involve cake?
I wish.
mine, it might sound off-putting at the beginning, but then once you really break it down, you go, oh, well, I guess it's not that strange. But when I was a child, I haven't done this in forever, but when I was a kid, I would say I ate this meal for 30%, maybe 40% of my meals. That was, you remember SpaghettiOs,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Is that a no?
Yeah. No,
Oh, okay.
of course I do.
SpaghettiOs
Nutritional.
and cottage cheese.
What the crap? What?
With the sauce?
Yes, you take
hot or cold?
hot.
Hot cottage cheese? What are you, a
No,
monster?
no. Oh, no. You don't. You nuke the SpaghettiOs. You put the can, you dump it in the bowl, and then you do the minute
How does this happen?
in the microwave. I don't know
How does something like that begin?
I don't know how it started, but then you put the cold cottage cheese on there, and you get the nice temperature mix.
I hate you
And
for this.
Wait, what? First of all, explain to me a nice temperature mix. When is food nice if you mix hot and cold together to get lukewarm? When does that make a good
no,
food?
it doesn't make lukewarm. I'm not talking about mixing.
Oh,
You put it on. You put it.
you're
right
not
on
a
the top.
maniac.
Right. Well,
You ever put ice cream on a hot pie? Andy, shut your mouth. Mike, keep going.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm just making enemies here.
but like I said, it sounds incredibly weird. How do you make lasagna?
You
Put cheese on
you
top
go to
of
Costco, you buy a frozen
Sam's
lasagna.
Club.
Okay, but you realize that pasta is noodles, spaghetti sauce, and there's cottage cheese in it.
It's not cottage cheese.
No, there's no
Ricotta
cottage
cheese.
Well,
Yeah,
okay, sorry, ricotta cheese.
Rick Cottage.
ricotta cheese is the next big hit.
So you're trying
But
to
it's
defend.
very similar.
Okay.
I'm just no. I fully embrace that it is a
Do
weird
you think
combination.
it's weird to eat pickles and cheese? Is that weird?
It's weird to eat pickles because they're so disgusting.
I mean,
See, this
I
is why-
love like if you gave me one hand, you give me a giant pickle. The other hand, you give me a giant block of cheese. I would eat them together in every bite and through the whole thing over and over again.
The real question has to be, would you wrap it? Would you take the pickle, roll it up in a
Oh, sure I
cheese?
would.
Oh, yeah.
Sure I would. That would be great.
I also
I don't think that's weird though.
I love both of those things.
You like pickles?
Me?
You love pickles.
I love pickles.
There's
Mike
things
and
like
his stupid
cheese.
takes.
Well, pickles are bad, but there's things like cheese and French fries, and for whatever reason, I'll say all potatoes. So like potato chips and French fries. If I take a bite of something and then I add in a bite of French fries or potato chips, it becomes instantly more delicious to me. Like if I have a Subway sandwich, which is mediocre at best, if I take a bite of the sandwich and chips at the same time, the taste is elevated to a new level.
Jason,
I
tell your
highly
story.
recommend
Okay,
it.
so mine is my dad's famous sandwich. Okay, let me describe this sandwich to you. It is truly delicious. You start with a raisin bread, like the
I'm
the-
already
Problem
out.
one.
I am already out.
I hate raisins.
Raisin bread?
no, it's really good. Like the
No,
marbled cinnamon raisin bread. It's delicious.
Two phrases that have never been uttered in the same sentence.
All right, bologna,
Raisin bran and bologna.
mustard, cheese, peanut butter, and jelly. That's not a joke.
That's the sandwich.
It is so good. I am telling
it
you.
cannot be.
Look, I don't even know how my dad ever convinced me to take a bite of this horrific monstrosity.
I think you want your dad's approval. That's what I think. I
never-
think
you never got
you
the
never got the approval, and then this sandwich came out, and you're like, I'm all in.
So essentially,
Dad, I love you.
the question of what
Give
is
me that raisin crap.
what is your favorite
raisin slop?
weird food combination? It's two ingredients that make the whole thing work, and it sounds not good. Jelly and mustard. I mean, it's so good, guys. You got the sour and the sweet.
I can buy it.
What?
No, I can understand what you're saying with the mustard. And honestly, I would be willing to try this sandwich.
And you would love it.
Except for the raisin bread.
We can put it on rye or
Oh, rye.
what? You pick the bread. What do you need? Sourdough?
Oh, that's yeah. That's a great regular bread. Sourdough.
All right.
delicious. Put it on a
Mike
Kaiser
is
roll.
not a rye guy.
No, apparently not.
Oh my gosh!
What
rye
about
bread?
a raisin rye bread? Just add the raisins in the rye.
Rye bread instantly makes your cheeks just. I feel like I've lost
Do
all
they go-
hydration
do they
in my
become
body.
upper cheeks or lower cheeks at that point? What do they do to your cheeks?
Oh, they
They
suck
start
them
in your
and
upper cheeks, they go to your lower cheeks.
Rye bread is the. I'll eat raisin bread every day of the week over rye bread. Rye bread is the worst.
See, it's all a matter of perspective in this world, Mike.
Yes, now I'm turned on. I want that raisin bread.
That
Give it to
raisin
me.
bread sounds got turned on. All right. Another favorites question. Best job in the world. So is this handcrafted? You're just making a job, or is this the best job that actually exists in the world?
What is the best job? And
People think that not having a job is the best job, but that gets very boring.
and it does not pay well.
Pays poorly.
Yeah, so I think on that aspect, question: is a gold digger a job?
No.
That's not, because that's a pretty sweet gig.
Yeah, you're going to be.
It's not that sweet of a gig, Jason. Have you seen the men that some of these
Yeah,
women
that's-
are marrying and
and
dealing with in the bedroom?
You can flip that right around if you find a sugar mama too. I mean, it goes both ways.
Of course.
But
Sorry,
that's-
Tiff.
No, Andy's right. Andy is right.
You're paying a price.
That's the job.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is a deal with the devil. Is
Yes.
what you're saying.
The job is you can withstand some things.
A really old, wrinkly devil.
Yeah. A really, really
All right. Okay.
wrinkly
There's
devil.
so many great jobs.
There are. And as I was trying to think through it, I mean, the truth is, we, on the fantasy footballers,
It's our job.
we have the best job, but every single job has parts of it that are not great. So I was trying to think through jobs that could it just be all great? And
100% good?
I honestly think it's impossible to have everything be 100% great. But the three, I came up with three that I think have little downside. The travel video bloggers, I'm very envious of those people who just go to fancy hotels, go on adventures, and they film it all. But of course,
Also known as they have to film it all.
you have to film it. You got to do all the editing. I mean, there's things about it.
Sure.
There's a downside. Apparently, people are paid to be water slide testers.
This is a real job?
This is a real thing.
That's the worst job.
That cannot be true.
This is I Googled it, and this is a real job. It
Why
doesn't-
don't
that
they
a
just
good job?
Why don't they just say, "Hey, Bill, test this out"? Also, yeah, you could die.
You want to know who dies? The testers.
Like I said, there are downsides to everything. So
Downslides.
Ooh.
All right, continue.
So the one I came up with is this would be peak job, but there's a caveat to it. Restaurant critics, I think that is a incredible job, but the whole write-up and the review,
That sounds like work to me.
sounds awful. So if I can be a restaurant critic and at the end of it I just go thumbs up,
Just to them.
Thumbs
They're the only ones that want
You
your
want to be a
opinion.
professional restaurant eater.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
all what you
man.
want.
I would.
Did he keep it down is the job.
but my opinion is so respected that whatever publication I work for, they just print a thumbs up.
Oh, man.
This is very old man of me, which is me.
Right. This is Andy of you.
I
Toffee
would,
puller.
If I could pick, what was that?
A toffee puller.
A toffee tester. If I would imagine if you were a respected author, that would be the gig I'd love.
Oh.
Because,
what about writer's block?
Because if you go,
What about the writing?
the way that I romanticize being a writer is you can go out in the mountains, you can sit around, take as much time as you want, and to know that people would read and respect your work and like it, and you'd bring something cool to their life. Whether you're a fantasy writer, like you write these cool stories, or you're a writer that writes, advice or stuff like that.
You're
I think
not Gresham.
being an author
Who was
with
the law book guy?
the law book guy.
Wrote The Firm.
Gresham.
Is it Gresham?
Gresham?
Okay,
Gra-
maybe I was right.
Grisham.
Grisham.
There you go.
There it is.
Jermaine Grisham.
Yes, they deserve to die.
I think once you get past a certain point, money's not a problem. You get advances on your books. You get as much time as you want. That's the job I'd want.
I think
And if you're crafting like a fantasy story, that'd be cool.
I always thought
would be.
that Bruce Buffer had one of the coolest jobs
yeah.
in the world. Now, if you don't know who Bruce Buffer is, that's part of the allure, right? Because he's famous, but he can go where he wants.
True.
He doesn't need to, he doesn't need to wear a hat and a trench coat and hide in the movie theater. He can just have a good life, and every now and then people really like him. But the other side of it is Bruce Buffer
Weren't
is
you going to tell people who he was?
Yes, he's the announcer who does the UFC fights, and he basically just says,
Kind of like the guy that does the
It's time!
let's get ready to rumble.
which is his brother.
That's his brother.
That's
Yeah.
his brother. So
so they got double great gigs.
yeah. But
What
the
else
thing
does he
is-
have to do or prepare for?
No, that's it. You have to prepare a few words,
Oh,
and then
voice
you get
actor.
a ringside view that people pay $10,000 to see, but you're getting paid a lot of money to just come and be like,
hype
this
man.
dude's fighting that dude. Now I get to watch.
Oh, I've got a new vote. Being Sam Elliott.
Ooh.
That's going to be my vote as best job in the world. Being Sam. If I had that voice.
Do you think his job, though, is like full-time smoker? That's like he says a few words, he gets paid for it, but the real job is when he's at home, he has to be smoking at all times to keep that voice.
Dodge Ram.
Bill Ram.
The Coors, the banquet beer.
Curse.
Curse,
I mean, he's just a modern day cowboy. All right. let's close it out with this. What'd you learn on the show today?
I learned
Mike?
that Jason's father is a monster.
Thanks, bud. I learned how to deal with people saying, how's it going? Oh, how's it going with you?
I learned that if I'm going to approach Mike and have a conversation with him, I'm gonna have a 3-point bulleted plan, and I'm gonna make sure I'm efficient. I'm gonna make sure that I have something to say, because I don't want the
He has
wrath.
to answer.
It seems I am personally responsible for both of these, and the world is a better place.
Debatable.
Yeah, debatable.
Oh, when you bust out, how's it going? How's it going?
I'm trying it the next time I can.
Changing
You fixed
your life.
America.
Thank you for joining the Spitballers podcast. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.